I mean, for me, I remember when we would have floods, I remember going out with my dad and filling up sandbags down at the riverbank to try to help the community. And it was a big deal. And it kind of was something that showed me at an early age what it was like to help others. Can you tell me a little bit about any disasters that might have been specific or significant in your childhood that really burned into your inner being?
Yeah, I mean, we would routinely get severe winter weather, severe storms. The Sierra Nevada mountain range where Lake Tahoe is located is the first kind of elevation change for storms coming off the Pacific Ocean, pushing past San Francisco through the Sacramento Valley. So a lot of these storms would stall up there and we would see heavy snowfalls, sometimes upwards of 6 feet within a few days. We'd lose power frequently. So we spent a lot of our childhood kind of navigating that stuff in the winter, where we would spend a week, if not longer, sometimes without functioning power in our homes. We'd be, experiencing snow days from school. The schools would be closed. And it really gave us a sense of community in the sense that it was kind of survival for yourself and survival for your neighbors at that point. As a community, we would often band together. And when I was really, really young, I remember we lived in a house that was in an avalanche alley. And whenever it would snow heavy, we would actually have to be evacuated and we would go to some friends' home. But I remember from a very young age sitting around their fireplace with no power, and we were evacuated from our home while our parents told us ghost stories and made up stories from, the community and stuff that they had heard in their childhood. And so that was something that was kind of unique in that we would spend time, in the winter just doing that and surviving with our friends and our neighbors and the close knit community that exists there in that area. But as far as like major disasters, I remember in 1997 we saw record snowfall up till Christmas. We got a ton of snow, and it snowed and snowed and snowed. And right after Christmas, while we were on Christmas break, it just started pouring rain and it caused catastrophic flooding in the whole community. The lake was always at like a drought my entire life growing up. It was always low. I remember being able to walk out as a child to most of the areas underneath the docks. Even the docks that were built were not even at the water level. And as a kid, we would run out there and play around there, and we'd search for things like arrowheads and things that we could find. And after 1997, when that happened, the lake all of a sudden filled up and was to full capacity. And I'd never seen that in my entire life growing up. It was kind of unique, but the catastrophic flooding that came with that and the destruction to the community was horrendous.